Hi guys, so as promised, here's a video of me explaining or telling you about my first experience as an MUA at working at an event. So I have my case on my lap. I haven't had the chance to clean it up yet, so it's still, it was not that bad. I had a little bit of a moment to clean it up a little bit, but it's just not as organised as I would like it to be. Yesterday I came in, I was so exhausted that I think I still have makeup on my face, even though I look like death, but let me wipe that off. So I got a chance to work at this award show for Film and TV Awards. So when I got there, the lady that I was hired by, she wasn't there yet. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to go. So they were having like a morning meeting or whatever. So I just waited in the corner until they finished. And then I spoke to a lady and she told me to wait over in the corner where the other makeup artist was sitting. And she was lovely. I'm going to link her page and her website. She sells lashes in the description box, so check that out. She does amazing work, honestly. Yeah, so I spoke to her and she said go sit with the other MUA. So I was speaking to her for a while. She's like giving me advice, making me feel comfortable. So then we finally get addressed again because we were left for a while just talking. We finally get addressed and then they tell us there's no area allocated for the makeup artists or the hairdressers. You knew that you had them coming and you didn't think, where are they going to do their work? Nobody? No one? No? Okay, so literally we had nowhere to do it, so we had to come up like on the spot, come up with a place where we could do our work. She said, oh, you can do it where the event is actually going to take place, but obviously you have to be careful about mess and that, or the ladies' toilets. Excuse me, okay, even if you're not a makeup artist or you just do your face, yeah, you know there's hygiene issues with using your stuff in the toilet. So no, like, so we were just like, no, we're not doing it in the toilet. So we got one of the tables and moved it and started setting up because we needed to be next to the plug because the lady next to me, she had a ring light. So the organizer guy comes by and he's like, do you know who I am? Like, hello to you too. Like, no, we don't know who you are. And he says, oh, I'm this, you can call me this. I'm the event organizer. Like, okay, hi, nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, are you guys doing makeup in here? Because this is where the event is taking place, so you can't make a mess, and when you need to leave now. Like, I'll make you leave. And I'm like, okay, we're aware. Like, we told him the situation, that we had nowhere else to do it, and we had a deadline to meet ourselves, so we weren't trying to be there when the event started there. So he was like, okay, but just so you know, when it's time to leave, I'll make you leave. Okay. So we moved our table quite a few times because people kept coming over to us saying we have to move here, move there. So we finally get set up. So we're talking, getting our stuff out and getting acquainted, like all the MUAs that were there. And then we're realising, we're looking at the time because we got told our deadline to finish was 2:30. And we got there at 1. And we were left to sit for about 20 minutes. And then we were finally set up by about 2 o'clock, and I'm just like, I'm not sure how they expect us to do all the models and the hosts and all those people in half an hour, like an hour. Like, it's just not possible. So finally, one of the ladies was like, oh, she's going to look and see where the models and stuff are, and then she's going to make sure they come over quickly or whatever. So we're like, okay, that's fine. So the models come over, then they asked us, did you get the mood board? Mood board? We didn't know anything, because I said to the girl next to me, the makeup artist next to me, what are we supposed to be doing exactly? Like, I just got told to bring, you know, my kit. Like, I didn't get told what I was doing, like, anything really. So I kind of had a feeling things weren't going to go, you know, great because of that alone, because I didn't know much about what I was doing. And I told the lady, obviously, I'm new to this, so I will need, you know, a bit of guidance, you know, because I don't have the experience. So I said to the lady next to me, so what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, it's Egyptian makeup. But they said they were going to send us the mood board. And I'm still waiting for it, sis. I still haven't received no mood board. It's still not... I still don't have it in my record. In my opinion, from what I saw, there was no mood board. On the spot, I had to think of something. And remember, I'm new. So I'm looking at the girl next to me. She was put out as well. But obviously, because she's experienced, she can think, oh, I've done this look before. So let me just do that or something. I had no idea. So I was doing this girl's face, and all the people whose makeup was supposed to get done, they were told to bring their complexion products. So we're already being rushed, right? And the girl comes over to me and doesn't have like her foundation or concealer or whatever. So I did her eyebrows, made sure she liked it and everything. And then she went to go get her powder. The lady comes over to me, why is there nobody at your seat? We don't have time. And I'm like, she's going to get her powder. I understand the time constraints, but the time constraints are because of you. We were sitting here, we came on time. We were actually early. And we were sat there doing nothing. Nobody addressed us anything. And we asked questions and we were told, yeah, we'll get to you. So I didn't really appreciate being rushed when we finally got started, as if we were being slow or whatever. Can't find anything. So where was I? Yeah, so she went to go get her stuff or whatever, and then the lady just kept coming over every 5 minutes to say, oh, we're taking too long, we need to hurry up, she needs to get into hair, I'm like, okay, fine. By the way, I still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I just started doing like eyeliner, and I like Googled it and tried to make up something on the spot. I did her face or whatever, and then she got taken away from me. I know some girl did like touch-ups or whatever when that girl was finished, because I was being rushed. It was my first person, so obviously I have to get into like the groove of things. So the next 3 people were fine. Like I did. Then my next person, I started their eyebrow. So I was literally in the middle of her eyebrow. We have to move. That's it. We don't have, you have to move from the area to them. Like, I just started her eyebrow. So they're saying we have to move, and they haven't thought of where we're moving to. It's just you need to move. I'm like, okay, that's, but where are we going? You know. So I totally lost that girl. I have no idea. Like right now, I absolutely have no idea where she went to. I did see her later, so her face did get done, but not by me. So that's when we ended up having to actually do the makeup in the toilet. In the toilet. In the toilet. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like the lady I ended up doing and her daughter, I will insert a picture. I had to do her face in the toilet, and I felt so bad because she literally had come from Belgium to support her daughter for this event, because I think her daughter was nominated. And I was just like, what kind of janky Ghetto shit is this? So I did her face, like the toilet was so small, and then eventually, like, I was in the middle doing her face. She just wanted like a natural look, so it wasn't too bad. I didn't have to take out too much things. But then the people of the hotel were like they came and were like, oh, you can't do, you know, makeup in the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm aware. I don't want to be doing it in here either, but we have no other option. So they were like, we can move to the bigger private toilets there in the hotel. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. That's another thing that didn't appear, because we never went there. But I had finished the girl's face and the woman's face anyway. I just had to put mascara and set it. So I just did that in the hallway, in the lobby. A mess. So I did that. And then we got moved somewhere else where we could put our stuff down. So I put my stuff down. The other girls put their stuff down. So we were being told we're gonna get food. We're gonna get, you know, all these things. Never happened. Never happened. Oh, I didn't receive no food. None. I had a marshmallow, some grapes, and lots of drink. That was my food. So then after that, I'll call this area the cloakroom, yeah? The lady that I did earlier, her daughter had arrived. And she was like, could you please do her face? She did my face so nicely. And she was so lovely, like, honestly, like, at that point, I was a bit fed up with, like, how I was being treated, and just the whole unorganized, like, lack of professionalism, all of that was really, like, I was over it. But because she was so lovely to me earlier, I was like, sure, I'll do your daughter. So I unpacked my stuff again. And because obviously I'd moved so many times, I then looked down at my kit and I'm like, I don't know where anything is. Like, it was a mess. Absolute mess. So I did her face, and she wanted a natural look as well. So thankfully I didn't again have to take out too much things. So I ended up doing about 5-6 people's faces yesterday. So it was a really good experience for me makeup wise, but the actual way the event was going and how unprofessional people were being and how rude they were being, because when I was doing one of the models, one of the ladies, I actually don't know what she did, but one of the ladies that was working there spoke to the model, didn't address me, by the way, and was like, oh, I know you don't wear a lot of makeup, so do you like this? Is it too much for you? Da, 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 da. And so I actually hadn't put a lot of makeup on her, so I was confused why the lady was coming over and making a point of it again and saying to her, do you like it? Like, she didn't, as I said, she didn't address me. I just felt that that was really rude. Like, don't treat me like a second-class citizen because I'm doing makeup that you needed. Doesn't make any sense to me, but so one of the other ladies that was also rude to me when I first came, she was like, oh, is any of the makeup artists free just to do my to do my eyelashes? Like, you don't have to do my full face or anything, I'll do the rest. So I said that I was still doing a daughter at the time, so I was like, I'm still working on someone. So she just walked past me. As soon as I said, oh, I'm still working on someone, she walked past me. And I was like, isn't that rude? Because honestly, I took moments where I thought, am I being like overly sensitive? But the girl next to me was like, no, they were rude, like they were unprofessional, all those things, right? So I was glad to know I wasn't going crazy. We were just waiting around because, you know, they said we had food and they're like, oh, you guys got to get ready to come to the actual event now and make sure we bring stuff so we can touch the models up. And I'm like, okay, this colour here. It's just the base because I'm just going to do a simple look today because it's about the story. But I literally was on the way home and I was like, what on earth happened today? Like, I said to it, like, I kept asking, like, is this what happens at events? Is this what goes on? And the girl just kept telling me, like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be at all. I understand that, you know, when things are really intense and things, everyone's a bit like, you know, hurry up, da 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 da. That makes sense. I expected that. That's fine. But it's the overall attitude and overall treatment of us I really didn't appreciate. The best part of the event was meeting the other makeup artists because they were giving me like a lot of advice, which I really appreciate. And, you know, let me know what it is like to be a makeup artist and, you know, working with different kinds of people. I'm going to use this colour here and put it all over my lid. And I was thinking, the way this organizer guy was talking in the beginning, shouldn't people know where they're supposed to be? And, you know, the nominees and people were supposed to be upstairs in the theatre, and then like the other guests and things were supposed to be downstairs. But clearly that wasn't, you know, told to everyone because everybody was sort of standing around. Like once the actual beginning of talking and things is all done, just like, what do we do now? We were sitting there and then just chatting for a while and things, and nobody really came to look for us or anything. So we were just sitting there because we were just exhausted, honestly, from the mess. So we were sitting down, and then eventually we were found. And we're like, oh, the models need touch-ups. So we're like, okay, we need to go downstairs to where our kits are. We were like, where? Because we didn't get told we were supposed to go by the way again when we were told to do touch-ups. We didn't know where these touch-ups were supposed to take place. So we told them we're going to go get our kits. And they knew where our kits were. So I'm not sure why they didn't come there to tell us, oh, okay, this is where you need to go and da-da-da-da. We got no information. So me and the girl I was with, we just went in an event looking a hot mess, looking around, looking at. We wasn't just, you know, standing about waiting. We actually walked about looking for, you know, asking questions, you know, like where are we supposed to be, where are we going, you know, and nobody had the answers. So we just used that time, like extra time, to network. So by the time the event actually started, because it was supposed to start, I got told 2 different times. It was supposed to start at 4, then other people were saying it's supposed to start at 6. So either way, it didn't start at either of those times. So by the time it gotten started, by the time it was started, I just wanted to go home. So we ended up like going to where our stuff was, like the cloakroom area, and yeah, so we went, and then I was looking in my stuff. Like I finally got the chance to look in my stuff, and I'm like, I can't find this, I can't find that. So obviously before we leave, so we were searching through our things at the end of the night, and I was trying not to panic because I couldn't find my gloss bomb. I was all panicked. The other girl was all panicked because she had loads of stuff, and she couldn't find like a whole bag. We were there for a while looking for our stuff. Eventually I did find my gloss. I still haven't checked my kit fully, so I don't know if I've actually lost anything, but I know everything is in disarray. So I didn't end up leaving until about 8 o'clock, so yeah. But I am glad I went. Like I learnt a lot from the other girls, and overall the event organisers and the event was one of the most ghetto things I've ever experienced. yeah, this is not their first event either. So all these things that are going on, I'm just like, is this regular? Is this what usually happens at these events? Because that ain't it. So I would like to work like other events, of course. It didn't put me off the whole experience of working at events, but in terms of working at that event, I will not be doing working at an event again. Because honestly, I'm not even being dramatic, yeah. Generally, I was actually appalled. I was appalled at the way things are going. Like, this is supposed to be a professional thing. I'm supposed to be here to learn how to work in a professional environment. And I feel like I act more professional when I'm just, for instance, doing my sister's face in comparison to the treatment and the disorganization of the whole event. But there was one, when we were leaving, there was one lovely lady who was working at the back as well. And she was like, I know it wasn't, perfect conditions and things, but you guys really did well under the circumstances. And she was like apologetic and things. So that is also a plus. I'll give her that. Like, it was so annoying because it's like it was so disorganized that I felt that, obviously because we kept being moved and things, I felt like it was rubbing, wow, what was that? I felt that it was rubbing off on us because obviously our things, I'm going to use a lip liner, I just can't find it. Now, obviously I hope that this is just a cautionary tale and this is not how all my experiences are going to be. But man, oh man. And I'm just glad that I had really nice people. Wow, I've been recording for a very long time with me, because I couldn't have done, honestly, I couldn't have done it without them. So please, if you're watching this, please go and have a look at their pages. They're so, like, really, they're proper professionals and they're very talented, very, very talented. So give them a look. They'll be in my description box, and then I'm gonna, let me sit in the middle. I'm gonna put both of their profiles at the sides here so you can check them out. Yeah, because they're really lovely girls. It wasn't all negative, of course, but I just had to let you know how I felt. And then if you are a makeup artist yourself, is this like something that's happened to you? Like, is it regular for, event people or organisers or whatever they want to call themselves to speak to you in the way that I was spoken to, or to be spoken down to just because you're a makeup artist? Because I definitely felt that. And one last thing, just a matter of advice for black run or black businesses in general. You want to get the respect that any other business is going to get, but having a reputation of being late, being unorganized, being unprofessional, being rude, it's not a good look. Like, you really need to figure out, it's not just, oh, there's a service so we need to fill it. You need to have repeat customers. You need to have people recommending you. That shouldn't be your reputation. So that's all I'll have to say, because it was a great event, like, overall, and it was really good to see all, the black actors and actresses and people that work in TV that were all of colour in one place. Like, it was really lovely to see, and it's nice to know that we have something, like, just for us, as well as being involved in, like, the other things. But this is not how you will want to be known. Like, I was in two minds about even putting up a video complaining, but no, because I was so excited to be a part of something like that, and now that's what I've left with. Bar the really nice clients that I worked with, and actually enjoying the actual makeup part, I wouldn't have anything good to say about the actual organisation of the actual event. So that's just a penny for your thoughts, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think of the look. I know it's not the best lighting. I just wanted to do it before I had to actually leave, so do a real get ready with me. So yeah, that was my first experience. As I said, it wasn't all bad, but girl, it's what I'll say. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.